Okay, I did it last week. We'll do it again. Show how many people are non-educated idiots. I'm going to ask the stupidest question you've ever seen to one guy, and we'll see what's going on. How you doing, you?
I'm doing okay. How you making out?
Doing good, doing good. What do you think of Jake Stewart not saying, oh, he doesn't want you to sit down with me to discuss Ottawa? What's his problem?
I don't know. He's talked and seen a couple articles in the media there where he was speaking. I don't know why he wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he wants me on the shit list. Anyway, that's focus, Charles. Now get this. We're going to show, oh, this is Kris, leader of the People Alliance. Now, you'll never guess, somebody asked me, and I asked David Cohn, and I'll ask you, you were part of the COVID committee?
I still am.
You still are?
Yep.
And what, you meet with the cabinet?
We just met this morning, yep.
We just met this morning. Now this is the question. Now people, these days people are upset. They're all upset about everything. Hey, they don't even talk about the French anymore. That's history. Do you get cabinet salary?
No, I don't.
No? Cabinet minister salary? No?
No.
Can you imagine? You wish, right?
Well, you know, it'd be nice, but no, I agreed to come on, you know, do my part. No extra pay there. No.
Why would people change the story saying, oh yeah, they want to be part of the committee because they receive minister salary?
Oh, you know what people are like.
Anybody else ask you that?
No, actually that's the first, but I'm glad you're here to clear it up.
Yeah, I asked David Cohn the same thing. Any action?
Yeah, I think we're seeing some movement on this COVID stuff finally. You know, I think, you know, all along I've had real issues with vaccine mandates and some of these passports. And, you know, you look at Omicron, the way it spreads, you know, the passports and mandates for vaccines are pretty much useless anyway. So hopefully they'll start to move out of that and get on with normal life.
Are we going to lower ourselves to talk about what's going to happen here Friday?
I don't know. I mean, the thing is with me, Charles, I understand where they're coming from. They're frustrated with the rules. I've been frustrated with the rules. I think a lot of them have not been as productive as they had hoped they would be. Some I agreed with early on, but I think we're to a point now where, you know, the evidence is clear that vaccines absolutely help in terms of severity of disease, but they do nothing in terms of transmission, or very little. So again, vaccine passports and mandates, what's the point of them, you know? So I get their frustration, but what I will say is nobody has a right to block roads and to, you know, basically lay siege to a city to protest. That's just not the way the system is supposed to work. And I sympathize with them. I agree with what they're saying. I'm not. If they come here on Saturday and they fill the lawn of the legislature and they protest on the sidewalks and they get their signs out and they make a noise, I agree with them 100%.
But not blocking traffic.
You can't come in and block traffic. You can't do it. It's just, look, if everybody did that every time, you know, they didn't agree with something, it would just be a collapse of society.
So if people are so, I won't swear. No, I won't. So pissed. How come they always vote blue, red? Why not look at the People Alliance or the Green Party?
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
I know, that's what we were saying, and I mean, we've said even in the minority situation, it was good government. You know,
yeah, it was.
Everybody had to get their own ideas in there and pull and give and take and all that sort of thing. And it made for good government, but you know, 2020 we went back to majority, so it's an uphill climb.
Blue, red. I voted Green. David Cohn, my MLA.
Yeah.
I mean, and if I would have voted for Michelle Conroy, I would have voted for you.
Yeah.
But I think the people should look at the candidate.
Yeah, I think so. And well, I mean, maybe this whole pandemic will shake people up enough to, you know, to look outside the box and decide where they want their province to go.
How come people are so full of hate that they don't tackle issues like spraying and clear cutting, but they look at this?
I think people are, because I think this affects everybody, right? Not to say that the other stuff doesn't, but if you're rural New Brunswick, the other stuff is important to you. If you live in the urban areas, it's kind of, you know, shrug of the shoulders type of thing. But with COVID and policies and restrictions and mandates, everybody's affected by that.
Where's the new city hall going to be built? And then right where there's so much clear cutting between Minto and Chipman, is it going to be right there?
Well, that's a good question. You know, that's going to be the next hoorah, I'm sure, this coming year in the transition, because you got a village office in Minto, you've got a village office in Chipman.
What's going to happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Smart. Everybody is the same goddamn answer. I don't know. I don't know. Even non-politician. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I wish I could say they're going to do this or that. I genuinely don't know. But I can tell you, I will be there, part of it, to ensure that, you know, it shakes up as best as it possibly can in the midst of this. So.
What are people telling you?
It's been quiet. Initially, there was a little bit of, you know, frustration about the amalgamation in our area specifically. And I mean, what I advocated for really was keeping Minto, expanding Minto and expanding Chipman, but keeping them separate. You know, I didn't win that fight, unfortunately. But now that we're kind of moving into what it's going to be, the trick now is to make sure that it's done right, and you don't, you know, tax the outlying areas to death to make up for revenue in the municipalities.
If you happen to bump into Jake Stewart, I mean, how can you be in the opposition and refuse to sit down with me?
Well, I thought you and Jake talked quite a bit. You guys had a pretty good relationship.
Yeah, that was before he was elected MP.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, Kevin Bang Bang Vickers blew it right from the start. Yeah. When he ran for the leadership. I said, you want an interview? I email him. He says, no. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Mr. Vickers, I won't bother you again. Right?
Worked well for him.
Yeah, and he paid the price too. Yeah. Why would Jake not sit down with me? What's wrong?
I don't know.
Again, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows.